Hello, my friends from Texetera. I'm here with Greg. He's going to introduce himself and he's going to tell us what he does at Intel.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. My name is Greg Ernst, and I get the absolute honor. I have an incredible job of leading Intel's America's sales and marketing organization. So we get to work with every company that deploys technology throughout the whole Americas, and then also with driving all of our consumer initiatives as well.
Wow, that's big. Okay. So, Greg, tell me what is it and why it's important to know a little bit about Seal Economy.
Well, at Intel, we just see the explosion of demand of computing power. AI is just the most recent,
Yeah.
but there's gaming, there's cloud, PCs have been for years, and this artificial intelligence is just the most recent. But we don't see it slowing down. We see more and more uses for computing power. And then for us, as we view, we're one of the key members of the ecosystem to really nurture the steel economy for the world. For us, we design incredible, great products, but then we also have a responsibility to manufacture and build the supply chain out for the world. And then we also see as the demand for compute goes up, the stress that it puts on the supply chain system, um, but then also even just things like power delivery. These are real problems that we need to solve with our ecosystem, and for all the countries in the world, including in Colombia.
Totally.
And we view that Intel that's part of our role for the world.
Okay, but how thirsty the AI is for hardware? Because it has been like a race, totally, in order to get the proper hardware at a good cost and really fast.
Uh, well, I'd say it's for like businesses right now, like you said, they're all racing to how do they deploy
Yeah.
AI. And then for us, a lot of our conversations really start with on businesses and government agencies. It starts around what the data strategy is, how they organize the data, and then what software tools they use to to provide the compute. And then usually the last question is, okay, and so what CPUs or
Yeah.
GPUs or AI accelerators do you recommend? But for us, it's a little bit further down the road. And then with consumers, where I still think we're early days.
Yeah, actually, it was a surprise that the AI PC is going to be different than the PC that we
Yeah,
know so far. And it's
yeah.
coming on December.
December 14th.
So, can you tell us a little bit about
Uh,
that? What's the big deal and why
uh,
should we, as consumers,
uh,
think about it?
Well, it's we made the decision a few years ago that we were going to take a purpose-built hardware accelerator integrated into the CPU.
Mm-hmm.
So this is this concept of like an AI booster, um, and we made that decision a few years ago. We saw this trend coming, and we decided that for Meteor Lake, for this Core Ultra product family, it was the right time to bring it out. And then as once we made that decision, then generative AI exploded, and then the number of software companies around the world who are building AI solutions just skyrocketed. So it's a little bit we saw it coming, and then the final timing just worked out really well. Uh, but the product, where your question's going to, product's great for gaming too. It's great for surfing the internet, but it will be the first mobile PC with a dedicated AI accelerator built in
So,
for business users and consumers.
so the big change, the big difference is going to be the neural processing unit.
Yeah, yeah, that neural processing unit or AI booster. I usually don't use
Yeah.
the NPU externally
Yeah.
because it's a little bit of too many
Too
acronyms.
techy.
A little bit, but yeah, but that's the key, and it takes up it's a meaningful number of transistors, so it's a large footprint of of the CPU that's in there. So there's a lot of computing power that offers.
Okay, and can we talk about trust? Because a lot of these big languages models, uh, they come with some things that are a little bit concerning. So, what are you guys doing about trust, privacy?
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about that because there is some concerns in the market.
Well, I think the whole ecosystem needs to work together on
Totally.
this one. We all have, it was one of the things we talked about here at Intel Innovation. We all have a role. I do think there's decisions that businesses and consumers need to make around their data and the privacy of their data. At Intel, we see we're going to provide options. We'll provide compute for cloud-based AI solutions with our Gaudi 2 accelerator. And then we'll provide compute for kind of local inside the company firewalls or local on the PC to
On
make
your
those-
PC as a
on their
consumer,
PCs,
yeah.
where they can run some of these great things, and none of their data needs to leave their computer. So
Okay.
their calendar, their emails, nothing needs to leave. And then on top of that, the role that we have around removing bias as well with all
Okay.
the algorithms that are being developed so that there's not a bias and the answers aren't being slanted unintentionally one way or another.
Okay.
And that's another piece that we're very active with our own data scientists to help work through with all the algorithm companies and researchers that are coming out.
Okay, and most of our audience is a little bit lost because on the keynote you guys talk about agnostic solutions. So how is that? I don't need to have Intel in order to run some solutions that you guys invented and provided and developed.
Yeah. I don't remember the line around the agnostic. I just do think it's for us, it's the breadth. It's having AI accelerators into all of our products
And
Really been
everywhere.
our strategy. Well, everywhere because
Yeah.
it's like we don't want it to just be these mega AI accelerators that only big data center companies can afford to put in. And so for us, it's scaling, building these AI accelerators, and then on top of that, the other piece is then having a software layer that developers can write their code once and then compile onto any one of these accelerators. And then it's up to the consumers or the businesses to choose what's best. And so that's what innovation was here for us, is really targeting that software ecosystem to understand the tools.
And how is the go-to-market of those solutions? Because that's a big change.
Well, that's what we do. I mean, historically, actually, Intel, that's one of the things that we've been always known for is the building the world's best compiler for x86, building the performance tuning tools for x86. And now what we see is where we're going earlier is as compute becomes more specialized, the standard accelerators or the standard compilers and tools just wasn't enough. And so that's why we're building that portfolio out. And that's why we're doing events like Innovation this week. But that doesn't stop. It's also why we announced today or yesterday, we announced the Developer Cloud.
Exactly.
So all of these software tools are available 24 hours a day. It's automated. People can download them, they can run them, and then they can even get access to all the latest.
Actually, there is a
compute.
try and buy thing.
Yeah.
So
there's
how
try
is
and buy.
that? Because they
QR code, scan it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
modern marketing, right? I think that's the first time I've been walking around where there's a QR code for try and buy where you can access our compute power on the cloud.
solutions, not
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
something little. Okay, and how important is the next year for you guys? Because during this event, you guys announced a lot of things, and most of them are going to be launched by the end of the year
Yeah.
and the next one. So
Well, we've been busy. We've got a word internally that we use called torrid.
yeah,
And that's really rapid, fast. That's been the rallying cry for us as 100,000 employees at Intel. I mean, this year alone, we launched Gaudi 2, which is our AI accelerator. That's in market now. We launched our 4th Gen Xeon.
Yeah.
We launched the previous generation of PCs. We're going to launch the 14, and then to your point, there's a lot more coming. And this
Yeah,
is where
that's crazy
our
because
great,
it's too much.
yeah. Well, I don't think it's too much. I mean, our great OEM partners and customers and the cloud companies. I mean, they're having fun with us, but we're working hard. And luckily, we have a great team of customer support engineers that are helping get all of these products validated into the PCs, into the servers, into cloud. But like you said, I mean, the next 12 months, it's going to be pretty incredible.
Okay,
And,
so
and we don't think we're stopping there. But this is the still economy, right?
totally. I have a personal question for you. In the last 10 years,
Yeah.
there has been people trying to kill the PC. But from your perspective, is it dead or is it a new type of PC coming now that it's the AI PC? How do you see that roadmap in the next 10 years?
Well, there'll be 270 million PCs bought this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I mean, to me, that's a pretty
It's not dead at all.
live and well business, right? But and I think like COVID in many ways just reinforced the importance of the PC.
Okay.
And then with the explosion of things like video conferencing, the continued build out of the internet, I see the PC ecosystem just. I mean, we are innovating at an incredible step, and that's for like local PC companies throughout Colombia, LATAM, big companies as well. But yeah, I think it's going to continue to evolve, and that to me is necessary to continue to find ways to add value to consumers. But we'll, 270 million will get bought this year, and there's a lot of really creative people that are continuing to evolve.
Okay. So thank you, Greg,
Yeah.
for your time and for your knowledge.
Yeah, we appreciate you, and thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here.